Hey everybody, Samurai Jutsu here. So I'm going to do a little bit of focus on this Wellfire G74A, or they call it the AK74U, and it has a few issues. I thought it was magazine issues, but it appears that it might be something else. And the magazine that you see in there, in case you had any other questions whether or not a Wii magazine would work with this gun, yes, the Wii magazine does work for this gun. And this magazine is the AK-74 the AK-47 magazine. It's the metal magazine that Wii produces. And it's a little bit slightly binding getting it in, and if you have gas in it and you don't get the right angle, it'll release gas, but it'll go in there. Hold on, there you go. So as you can see here where the gas nozzle is, I don't know if you can see it from that angle, the gas nozzle, it'll touch and it will release some gas right there. So what you have to do is just kind of flip it in quick. Hold on, you probably can't even see that. All right, let me get a better angle because I'm holding the gun and the camera's sitting here. But anyway, the magazine works. It goes in there, and I'll just try to get the camera angle right for you so that you can see me put it in. Okay, so now right there, you'll see that the air nozzle will touch and it'll release some gas. So you can press forward on the mag release and push it in, and it goes right in, and it does work with this gun. But the issues that this gun is having, the magazines work fine. I'm starting to see that it's not really so much the magazine issue more than it is something else taking place in the gun. And what we get is I'm going to release the hammer. All right, when it blows back, there's a bind right there. Now, it should be enough to push that back, but you'll catch a bind right there sometimes, and it won't blow back. So what happens is the hammer follows forward, and it hits the valve again on the magazine. So that, and it's resting on the valve, so you're getting that release of gas. So something is preventing this from getting a clean blowback where it resets the trigger. This is what happens. You pull the trigger, you shoot it, the trigger goes, the hammer goes back. Well, hold on. Now that time it worked, but that's what happens. The hammer will follow back in, and because this bolt isn't getting blown back far enough, and it'll rest on that valve on the magazine, and while it rests on there, it just releases the gas. So something is going on here. I don't know exactly what it is. I've taken this apart. I've even tried fouling down some surfaces to make it blow back a little more freely, but I still get that binding point right there. Okay, and so what happens, like I said, the bolt comes forward. I mean, not the bolt, but the hammer comes forward and hits the magazine, and then you get that psh. So something's going on in the internals, and I notice a few other people have had this problem with the Wellfire, and I'm trying to solve it, but at least I'm able to identify the problem for you. Again, what happens is you shoot the gun, the hammer comes forward, the blowback doesn't go far enough to hold the hammer down, to lock the hammer in place. It comes forward, the hammer follows and hits the valve and releases all your gas. So that's what's happening. I don't know if it's not enough force to blow back the bolt, or what's going on there, or whether or not it's binding, but that is the problem. that is taking place. Let me take the spring out so you can see a little better what's going on here. Okay, you can see the hammer in there. Hammer comes forward, bolt comes back, it binds right there. Well, without the spring in. Okay, no, there we go. So yeah, it binds and you get the hammer following like that and resting up against your valve. And that's what's causing you to have the release of gas. Now, I haven't figured out the fix to this yet, but it's not the magazine. I believe or the magazine isn't powered up enough. But then, like I said, I tried another magazine. I got the Wii magazine for the Wellfire, and this is for the AK47. And I still have the same issue. Hammer follows the bolt, and because it's not getting pushed far enough back in order to lock it. Some sort of binding going on there. So that's the problem. I hope I've helped you by identifying the problem. When I come up with a solution, I'll share that video with you too also. Well, anyway, this is the Wellfire AK74U, or they call it the G74A. Now this happens with the blowback, with the CO2 magazine. Happens with any magazine that you put in there. There's just some sort of binding taking place. I'll figure it out, and once I do, I'll post another video. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe, especially if this video helped you and you happen to have one of these guns. All right, thanks.